Hall of Famer Rickey Henderson, the brash speedster who shattered stolen base records and redefined baseball's leadoff position, has died. He was 65. Henderson died on Friday. The Athletic said Saturday they were shocked and heartbroken by his passing. Known as baseball's Man of Steel, Henderson had a lengthy list of accolades and accomplishments over his nomadic 25-year career: an MVP, 10 All-Star selections, 2 World Series titles, and a Gold Glove award. Rickey was simply the best player I ever played with. He could change the outcome of a game in so many ways, said Don Mattingly, Henderson's teammate with the New York Yankees. It puts a smile on my face just thinking about him. I will miss my friend. It was stealing bases where Henderson made his name and dominated the sport like no other. He broke through with 100 steals in his first full season in the majors in 1980. Topping Ty Cobb's AL single-season record with Billy Martin's Billy Ball, Oakland Athletics. He barely slowed, playing for 9 franchises over the next 2 decades. He broke Lou Brock's single-season record of 118 by stealing 130 bases in 1982 and led the league in steals for 7 straight seasons and 12 overall. Henderson surpassed Brock's career record when he stole his 939th base on May 1, 1991, for Oakland, and famously pulled third base out of the ground and showed it off to the adoring crowd before giving a speech that he capped by saying, "Lou Brock was a great base stealer, but today I am the greatest of all time." Henderson finished his career with 1,406 steals. His 468 steal edge over Brock matches the margin between Brock and Jimmy Rollins, who is in 46th place with 470. Cause of death. Several reports have claimed that the Hall of Famer died due to pneumonia, while the family did not reveal a cause for Henderson's death. In September, Henderson insisted he would have had many more steals in his career and in the record-breaking 1982 season if rules introduced in 2023 to limit pickoff throws and increase the size of bases had overlapped with his career. "If I was playing today, I would get 162, right now, without a doubt," he said. "Because if they had had that rule, you can only throw over there twice. You know how many times they would be throwing over there twice and they'd be going, shoot. Can y'all send him to third? Give him 2 bases and send him to third. That would be me." He even predicted how he could still be stealing more bases than the current major leaguers even 20-plus years post-retirement. "If they're stealing 40 to 50 bases right now, I'd lead the league." Henderson's accomplishment that record-breaking day in 1991 was slightly overshadowed that night when Nolan Ryan threw his record 7th career no-hitter. Henderson already had been Ryan's 5,000th career strikeout victim, which led him to say, "If you haven't been struck out by Nolan Ryan, you're nobody." That was clearly not the case for Henderson. He is also the career leader in runs scored with 2,295 and in leadoff home runs with 81, ranks second to Barry Bonds with 2,190 walks and is 4th in games played, 3,081, and plate appearances, 13,346. He finished his career with 3,055 hits over 25 seasons spent with Oakland, the Yankees, Toronto, San Diego, Anaheim, the New York Mets, Seattle, Boston, and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Henderson is the 3rd prominent baseball Hall of Famer with ties to the Bay Area who died this year, following the deaths in June of former Giants stars Willie Mays and Orlando Cepeda. Henderson was the rare position player who hit from the right side and threw with his left arm. But then again, everything about Henderson was unique. He batted out of an extreme crouch, making for a tighter strike zone that contributed to his high walk total. He struck fear in opponents with his aggressive leads off first, his fingers twitching between his legs inside his batting gloves as he eyed the pitcher and the next base. Born on Christmas Day in 1958 in Chicago in the back of his parents' Chevy, Henderson grew up in Oakland and developed into a star athlete. He played baseball, basketball, and football at Oakland Tech High School and was a highly sought-after football recruit who could have played tailback at Southern California, where he likely would have eventually had the chance to run alongside Football Hall of Famer Marcus Allen. But Henderson said his mother loved baseball and thought it would be the safer career in a decision that proved to be prescient. She didn't want her baby to get hurt, Henderson told the San Francisco Chronicle in 2019. "I was mad, but she was smart." Overall, with the career longevity and the success I had, she made the right decision. Some of the players in football now have short careers, and they can barely move around when they're done. Henderson was selected in the 4th round of the 1976 amateur draft by the hometown A's and made his big league debut in 1979 with 2 hits and, of course, 1 stolen base. He became a star for the A's the following season and remained in Oakland through 1984 before being traded to the Yankees. Henderson was part of some talented teams in New York that never made the postseason. In 1985, he scored 146 runs in 143 games to go along with a league-leading 80 steals and 24 homers, helping start the 80-20 club that season with Cincinnati's Eric Davis. Henderson was traded back to Oakland in June 1989, leading to his greatest successes. He topped the AL that season with 113 runs, 126 walks, and 77 steals, was named the ALCS MVP, and helped lead the A's to the World Series title in the earthquake-interrupted Bay Bridge Series by sweeping the Giants. Henderson then won the AL MVP the following season for Oakland before the A's lost the World Series to Cincinnati. Rickey's stories are legion, legendary, and mostly true. But behind his reputation as self-absorbed was a wonderful, kind human being who loved kids. His true character became more evident over time. 9 different teams, 1 unforgettable player. Henderson set the career steals record in 1991 and then was traded 2 years later to Toronto, where he won his 2nd World Series. He spent the final decade of his career bouncing around the majors and still led the AL with 66 steals and 118 walks at age 39 with Oakland in 1998. In 2017, the A's named their playing surface Rickey Henderson Field at the Oakland Coliseum in his honor. When you're old and gray, sitting around with your buds talking about your career in baseball, you are going to talk about Rickey, said Ron Guidry, another of Henderson's former Yankees teammates. He was just amazing to watch. There were great outfielders. There were great base stealers. There were great home run hitters. Rickey was a combination of all of those players. He did things out there on the field that the rest of us dreamed of. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.